Hello and welcome to the first orchestration and engraving episode of Let's Compose. In this episode, I'll be taking the MIDI that I created in the first 3 episodes and turn them into a score that can be read and played by the string orchestra. So without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, here we go. I have Cubase on a second screen. And for these things, when I have the time, and I do now, I actually like to just insert the notes manually. To start off here, I'm just gonna go with the first lines. Oh yeah, we opened with the tremolo. And I had this harmonic in there, and I have to see if I am still keeping that, because that would be a divisis and I don't have that many players. But first, let's get this melody in there. In terms of dynamics, I like it to be full, but not necessarily too loud. Just a piano too, and so forth. In the violas, we have a divisis, and this is why I love Dorico. Change the divisis. Boom, there we go. They do da 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 da. And here I had a B flats. Then violins 1. So the nice thing what I like here is that here violas and violins 1 are unison, but then here violins 1 go up, split up, and then land on a different notes as well. I can just repeat this. I think just get the bar change in there first. So here we're going to a 2-4. There we go. And here we go back. What I like to do in these instances is have here 2 of those, then make the decrescendo until there, because we pick it up right after this with the new one. There it needs to be a different dynamic. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I do like the harmonic that's in there. And then very high, but very soft. So let's start with the tremolo on C. So we have half of them on the tremolo, and then the other half on a harmonic. Let's see which one that is. So I have to write a C, and then it will sound 2 octaves higher. This one sounding 2 octaves higher. This is an artificial harmonic. They touch the string on the C and then lightly touch 4th above, which will create a tone that's 2 octaves higher. And I'll just blend this in softly. All right, same thing here. And then here, violins 2, restore unison, and in violas as well. Yes, we go to unison. Wait. I completely forgot I wrote that note. So here, these guys also go divisis and restore unison. Okay, let's start with the bases here. First get the notes in and then we'll worry about dynamics. There's a lot of notes. I want to make this come out clearly, so I need to think about that when I write dynamics later. Violas. Next up, here I'm gonna write 2 portamento markings, because then they will play it in one bow, but separate them in between. Here it gets louder, so we need more bows. So I'm gonna do it like this. There we go. And then violins 1. All right, notes are there. So I want it to be louder here than where we came from. And here I want everything but the cellos to go down a little bit. And then from here, everyone together crescendo. I like that when it builds, that on the 3, it seems like we reached our peak, let's say. So I'm gonna write this. I want to keep forte still for later. So here I will just write a bit louder. And then I can keep it mezzo forte all the way through. Phrasing will take care of the rest. This just makes sure that we have an indication of, okay, in these first 2 bars, I want to build up to this high point. And then here, what I can do, and then write vocal. And this cello, the other way around. And then here, we are all back. That should do it. And here I have a parallel octave now. That slipped through when I was writing. I can do it like this. I don't know if I would change that. Ooh, my mouse got stuck. So here we are at a new tempo. It's 68. I think I'll just write a accelerando by 3 beats. And in the click, I'll make sure that it will be on every beat. Yeah, 1 increase. I think here we can go to a nice forte. The reason why I'm separating this one also here is because I really want to make that sort of accented, at least that it stands on its own, because it's really this 5-1 in minor movement. So there's a little bit of emphasis. Again here with the portamento, so repeated notes, they will play in one bow. I'm just thinking whether it's necessary to put those dynamic markings, because it's already inherent to the phrase. I think there it would be appropriate, so I'm gonna leave these out. Because there I want to have it a bit more emphasized. Do I need to make this shorter? I could separate them like where I get new bow, and then these three. I could use it to go back to mezzo forte here. So I have new room for a crescendo. So now we get and then take it a step back, separate those here. Now this time, because I'm changing the chords in this second, I can use the from forte to go to make a contrast with this one and put some more emphasis on this chord right here. Let's try that. So we have two very intense bars, and then we go back to soft music. Do the dynamics. So we go. Yeah, here I have a problem, because if you look at the tempo track, I made the last beat like really short to be almost like a fermata. Maybe I need to turn this into a 5/4 bar. I can do the ritenuto, just put it in, then turn this into a 5/4 bar. Then everything afterward needs to move by one beat. Let's see if it works now. So the thing is, I liked it with the fermata. Thing is, if you record with click, that's gonna be really annoying. So that's why I'm reconsidering this, because this feels too long. And then here, I could also make it a 9/8 bar, like 1, 2, and the last one is 3/8 notes, which is the dumbest thing ever. But that's the disadvantage of recording things with click. I think that's better. And in the end, I want to record one take without click, so then it won't be a problem. But I want this break to be slightly longer, but still to be manageable. Now I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with these notes. All right, back to Dorico. Hello, Dorico. So this is a... There we go. $57. Yeah, let's move this to the next system. And this is a 6/4 bar. All right, that being said. So here I want them to move to tremolo one by one. But how do I write that down? So you get like a natural transition from first everyone playing long notes to slowly having a tremolo in there. I'll figure that out later. Alright, then we get the solos, but first I still need to figure out how I'm gonna notate this. So here we have tremolo. Yes, that's for sure. Maybe just the text. Something like this. Then we get the solos. So here we change the VZ solo 1 and 2. Let's just do it like this for now, and I'll make some engraving changes, which can be very boring off camera. Now I have to pretend I can read alto clef. Maybe this is a dynamic too loud. And then very soft. I think that's better. And then I have the harmonic. I compare this to the first. It's lower, so maybe this needs to be tight. And then this one is lower, and this goes on. So now the tremolo just stays stationary on top, and then this harmonic is going with the dynamics of the quartet. And I think I'm not going to bother with the bass pizzicato. Like I said, engraving will be later. So here I need to change another divisi. And you restore unison. You change divisi to 1 and 2. And then the bottom non-divisi. There we go. All right. This is done. I hope this gave a good insight into the orchestration process. Some thinking beyond bowings, dynamics, etc. And thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this episode. I want to thank my patrons very much for their support. If you would like to have a more detailed look at this score, you can check out my Patreon in the description down below. This score will be available as well as stems, MIDI files, and mixes of my music. I hope you liked the video. Please show me if you did and subscribe. And I'll see you next week for the final result with the orchestra in Rome. I'll see you in the next one.